Alrighty, looks like we've got Prosperity and Nocturne today. And immediately jumping out to me is Necromancer plus Tragic Hero. Form a fairly strong synergy together. Tragic Hero, not a bad card, but often unreliable as a main source of draw because he has a tendency to off himself. But when he shuffles off this Mortal Coil, he ends up in the trash pile where Necromancer can play him. And uh, not only does that make it a sustainable source of draw, because you can play the Tragic Heroes from the trash as many times, well, not limited by the number of Tragic Heroes in the trash, but they stay in the trash, you can do it every turn. But if you read Tragic Hero more closely, it says if you have 8 or more cards in hand, trash this and gain a treasure, not trash this to gain a treasure, or trash this and if you did gain a treasure. So the gain a treasure isn't actually conditional on trashing it. Trashing it and gaining a treasure are both just conditional on having 8 or more cards in hand. So you can fail to trash it and still gain a treasure. For example, if you play Necromancer from a large starting hand and play a Tragic Hero with it, it'll try to trash itself. It'll fail because the Tragic Hero is already in the trash. It's not going to trash the Necromancer. But if you had 8 cards in hand, you still get the treasure anyway. So once there's some Tragic Heroes in the trash, Necromancer just becomes a smithy that prints you free treasures for no downside, which is extra good in a kingdom with Bank or Platinum, for example. And then there's King's Court, which is just King's Court. And so I have to imagine that that's probably the way to go here. Just King's Court, some Tragic Heroes, King's Court, some Necromancers. Once that happens, you probably win the game that turn. Um, how do you get there? Like many Prosperity Kingdoms, there's not much going on in the early game that's going to accelerate you up to the end game that you want to be at. So it might take a second. At least we know where we're headed. All right, 4-3, I would think is probably Necromancer Silver. Silver also considerable. I think on 3-4 you could consider Silver Bluffs Village as well. I think that's a lot worse on the 4-3. There's a lot of boons that you're buying because they might help you spike 5, like giving you 1 extra coin or 1 extra draw. And on the 4-3, that's just not helpful. Gives you 1 extra card or coin this turn, you can't use it. If you save it for next turn is going to be a $3 hand, you're definitely hitting 5 that turn either. Whereas if you buy Silver, then Bless Village, save the boon for the next shuffle, it might help you hit 5 turn 3. And so I think I'm not sure if like Silver Bless Village is better than a Silver Necromancer, for example, on the 3-4, but you could at least consider it. I definitely not consider it on the 4-3. All right, the bot also takes Necromancer. Good taste. All right, definitely not hitting any. Well, not definitely. I could draw a Silver here, which would be okay. That's a 1-7 shot. So given that that's unlikely, I'm going to go ahead and take a much more likely chance of trashing a junk card rather than trying to draw the 1 silver in my deck. All right. Trash a copper, most likely outcome. Obviously, I'd ideally like to trash the estate. Here I think I'll take a Bluff Village. That might matter. All right, already got 5. No value to hitting 6 here. So definitely trashing this turn. Still, the estates remain elusive, but I can't complain. Could be worse. Could be much worse. I'll take a Tragic Hero now. Is silver better than nothing? I'm not convinced that it is right now. I think I'm just going to pass. I'll take one more village. Bot's got a mint. Bot is super thin. And it's got a Tragic Hero, so it seems to have the right general idea. Well, maybe. Well, that remains to be seen. Okay, do I want to trash this Tragic Hero already? Probably. If I play it, so I have a 6-card hand because I had the reverse gift last turn. So I play the Tragic Hero, it dies, it gains a platinum. Now it's in the trash, my Necromancer can play it. Well, that's got to be correct, right? Do I want to play the Blessed Village? There's no reason not to. The thing I was thinking of is essentially, am I sure I want? Oh, maybe I should have done Bank actually with the power of hindsight. Yeah, So two lines I was considering were one, just buy a mint here and trash the coppers, or two, put a treasure in play, buy like King's Court mint, then King's Court a tragic hero or something. Um, might be good as well. And if I was gonna do something like buy a card using the platinum plus buy mint, I'm losing the platinum anyway, and a bank would for sure be more money this turn, even though platinum's more money after I've minted. So, what am I doing here? It's not obvious, but that bottom or the upside down card is the tragic hero. There's only the one in the trash. So if I do mint plus King's Court, I can King's Court the Necromancer, which is a decent target. I'm pretty likely to line that up because my deck is super thin. Uh, actually, the mint actually might be getting me too thin, if I'm being honest, because you do need to hit 8 cards in deck to pop your tragic heroes. It's not just about having a large starting hand. It's about if you had 8 cards or 7 cards in hand, but no cards in deck, you play a tragic hero. It's not going to trash. Um, so there's such a thing as being too thin. And if I play King's Court, Necromancer, and have 7 or fewer cards left, then I'm not getting anything. So now I'm thinking about like Tragic Hero, King's Court, maybe even Tragic Hero expand to deal with these estates, and then King's Court after that. Expand Mint, does that scale up quickly enough? I still worry a little bit about being too thin with the Tragic Heroes around. Is that a reasonable concern? I'm not going to take Tragic Hero and expand. We'll see about that. Alright. YOLO, as the kids say. Pretty sure the kids haven't said that for like a decade. Or at one point the kids said that. That draw! Could have been better. King's Court or Tragic Hero plus a Necromancer. Or Tragic Hero plus a Blessed Village. It's close. I think I'd prefer more King's Courts. Pretty dang good card. Not a bad source for a moniker either. Alrighty, this is going to do something at least. One of these is going to activate. Give me a free bank. And, oh! That's weird, they weren't stacked properly. I don't know why. But I feel like there's a third one in there. I think I'd prefer to do this. Is this just a win? It smells like a win. Maybe? How much money is this? There's no scenario where I'm not doing that. So supposing I didn't play the platinum. I play 1 platinum, 5 coppers. I have 6 treasures in play. The first bank will be worth 7. So the bank's alone worth 45. And then you add 10 to that, 55. Is that 1 coin short? So I'm contemplating a line where I expand platinum into province and then play all the treasures and buy 7 provinces. And I think I'm actually exactly 1 coin short of being able to do that. That first platinum, it just really should have been a bank all game, huh? Um, well, that's mildly annoying. Uh, I think I'm ahead. So I can probably just wait and do it next turn. That's a good boon to get next turn. I just want to add some stuff that makes me super not likely to dud. Yeah, so this gets me more than enough money. If I don't have enough buys in this case. I guess Forest's Gift could have gotten it for me if I found that boon. Uh, Let's just do some more King's Courts. Another boon. Next turn. So the bot, it has a King's Court. And it's got Tragic Hero. So I gotta be a little bit careful about buys. So I don't want to lower King's Court, Tragic Hero, Blessed Village too much. But I think I should mostly be fine here. This is fine-ish starting hand at the very worst. Synchronize King's Court, the Necromancer if I don't draw something decent top of these. Those look decent enough to me. Please find a King's Court. Pretty please find a King's Court. Really want to chain the King's Courts, but no dice. Just gonna start by doing one of these normally. And if I could find a King's Court, that would make me a very happy person. Apparently it was not meant to be. There they are. But I put some more King's Courts in the discard pile. And maybe a King's Court and an expand. Tragic Hero. I'll take all of these. Annoyingly did not quite find my expand. There are ways around that. Just trash the top of the deck, gain a King's Court. Now I can play the expand and gain me another. Well, do I benefit enough from the expands? Maybe that should just be another King's Court. Or Tragic Hero, rather. It's maybe too many King's Courts relative to Tragic Heroes, actually. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I wasted a bunch of King's Court plays there. Probably underplayed this turn pretty severely. Oh well. Let's take a Blessed Village. Sure, plus buy. Don't mind if I do. A few King's Courts. Some Necromancers. Always like that card. And with 10 money, rather 10 buys, take some mints. Buy treasures. And I guess Colony will do. Okay. This is a tricky kingdom. Obviously, I think there's going to be some luck involved from the get-go. There's not like a reliable path upwards. You know, like maybe you're the first one to spike 7 or line up your King's Court and your Tragic Hero. I could easily see one person kicking off much sooner than the other, just based on draws. But yeah, King's Court, Tragic Hero, Necromancer, put those together, good things should happen. I think Mint is a card that I'm not sure exactly whether to play with, and if so, exactly how to play around it. I think Bank is Pride is better than Platinum, especially if you're not going for the Mint, which maybe you just shouldn't. I'm not sure. Grand Market seems just way slower than the Tragic Hero stuff. Maybe there's scenarios where you take Grand Market in certain circumstances, but in general, I don't think those are a priority.